Good evening, Canada. From our platform of Voice of Canada, we have brought a new episode with our weekly talk show. Your host, Asphandiar Wadiwalla. My charming co-host is Ghada Hamdani. And our guest is from Calgary, Alberta, is Tamanna Chachar. Welcome, Tamanna to our show.
Thank you, SP. Thank you, Ghada. How are you?
Good.
Hi.
Inform your name to our viewers.
Yeah, I am Tamanna Chachar and known as on social media Tamanna Durgar as well. Durgar is my husband's last name. So just to make him happy, I use Durgar on social media. Just to be clear on the legal part, it's Tamanna Chachar still on the papers.
course. You
Beautiful,
always
beautiful.
have to.
That's your choice. Here we fully respect whatever name you would like to say.
You're welcome, Tamanna.
Thank you, Ghada. How are you?
Good. Tamanna, can you tell us a little bit about your pageant experience in Calgary?
Let me add one thing first. You pronounce my name so correct, Ghada. Like Tamanna, hardly like in Canada. I'm habitual to see Tamanna or other versions
Tamanna.
of it.
We clearly said Tamanna.
Yeah, I'm impressed with her, like how she said Tamanna.
No, she is a Middle Eastern, but how well she pronounces the names.
That's right. Back to your question. Can you repeat your question again for me, please?
Well, we heard that you're in pageant business, in pageant, let's say, not pageant business. So I would like to know a little bit, me and the audience, about your experience with Mrs. Calgary, right?
Yeah. So being an Asian back home India, we always see Shushmita Sen, Priyanka Chopra, but never thought to go and compete. I would say Canada has given me that courage. When I came here after my kids, I have 3 boys. I just saw this ad going on somewhere and I thought, let's try. And I tried. And my first attempt, I didn't make it to top 5 even. So I was a little depressed as well, not motivated, like why I went there and I lose that way. But by the next time, I was like, it's women empowerment and I can fail like this. You need to keep trying. So I tried again in 2023, which became a good decision for me because I was the first runner up. So I got my confidence back, and again, I'm trying this year. I'm still thinking whether or not yes or no. I'm still going through that thing, but I think I need the crown. So you never know.
Okay, well, my friend and the host Aspi has been always important in women empowerment, and actually he has a large history in that.
Thank you,
So
Ghada.
the
You are
mic to
equally
you.
work hard, equally in the same on the same platform. So Tamanna, my next question to you is: after the pandemic was over, you made a spirituality trip to India. Can you explain what do you mean by spirituality trip?
So when we are in Canada, like though we have like we can go everywhere, we can do whatever we want,
Yeah.
but there is one big part is missing is like temples, gurdwaras, which like every single corner in India. So
Yeah.
that's a big part which I miss here. Like I do have gurdwaras and temple here in Calgary, but it's like 4 gurdwara in the 4 directions of Calgary and just 2 mandirs. And they are like around 20 to 30 kilometers. So you can go every single day. Like if you wanted to start your day, you can do it.
Definitely.
So after 5.5 years pandemic, I went India and I made sure that every single day I go to those temples, I do some donation, I do some charity work like that. So that's I call spirituality. When you are helping others, when you are just getting relief by going like whatever you like to do, right? So I like to go temple, I like to visit those places, and that's my spirituality. So it was my spirituality trip.
That's
and
why you
my
added
kids
the word
were like
spirituality. Yeah.
So my kids were overwhelmed, and he was like, why we are going every single day? And I was like, because this is one thing you can see in Canada, can do. So in India, this is the thing we are doing.
Very good, very good. That was the good clarification you gave.
Well, your children, how old are they right now?
So I have 3 boys plus one, the oldest boy, my husband as well. So I have 4 boys in my family, where my kids, one is 16-year-old. He's my stepson. And then I have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old. So 3 boys in the house.
You're
That's
lucky
nice.
because you've got 3, rather 4 guys in the house.
So
Oh,
now they
yeah.
are almost independent. It's like, what are your plans for the future for the 24? We still have a few months, and the 25.
That's right. So life is getting better. The little one is 6-year-old, and yes, almost at the independence. They can do everything on their own. And no, I'm looking forward. Last year, I was like, I had back issue going on. I had an injury, so I was not clear what to do, what not to do.
Mhm.
Though I still have that thing going right now, but I think I'm with more enthusiasm. I have more energy, and I think I just wanted to kill my physical pain with my energy. So I'm looking forward whatever future is gonna bring me. Though right
Definitely.
now, I think applications are going for Mrs. Calgary 2024. As I said, I want that crowd damnly. So you never know if you within few weeks you hear from me that I'm competing again. So I'm just
Lovely,
making up
lovely.
my
Awesome,
mind.
awesome.
Looking
Just
forward.
inform us whenever you are competing so we can announce and we can do a promo on the social media.
Sure. And SP, a big thanks and a round of applause to you. The way you support women, the way you go women empowerment,
It's a part of
and
my
that's
life
why
since
I'm here, right? And
19
thanks to
years. Tamanna, it's not 1 or 2 years, it's 19 years I'm in women empowerment now.
Exactly. And I would add one more name here, Sonali Bhagat, who made me talk to you and made me like it's I'd say middle
No,
person
that is
who
our
made me
mutual
reach
friend,
to you.
amazing.
It's
She's an
so
amazing lady. Gada has met her because I think we took her interview. So, that time Gada was there that day. So she
Mhm.
knows her.
Yeah, no, thanks to Voice of Canada. Thanks to you, SP, and
Thank you.
Gada, especially you as well.
Okay,
Thank you.
Tamanna, inform our viewers that when you came to migrated to Canada, you also had an experience working with our SOS services, 911. So what you did over there?
So my service was not with 911, but it's where I work, YMCA Calgary.
Okay.
We are regularly in contact to these cases because something is keep on happening, and we are always connected
Okay,
to like
okay.
making 911 call because it's a gym, it's a pool, it's a skating ring, and all ages are there. There are kids, there are little ones. So
Definitely.
when especially they are in the pool, these things, these events does happen. So we are trained for that, and we are trained CPR, we are trained 911 call, so we don't lose time and work immediately.
Oh, nice. Tamanna, when did you migrated to Canada, and what is your background, original background? Where are you from originally?
So I was born in 82 in India. That was Punjab. Sunam is a pin, like a small county, I would say. District was Sangrur. And then I was 3 when we migrated to Delhi, the capital of India. And that's why I speak in India 2 languages, which is Hindi and Punjabi. Being raised in Delhi, like I speak more of Hindi first, and then I get my Punjabi out if I see those people around me. And I migrated to Canada in 2013. I completed my 30 year of my life in India.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And when I came here, it was an easy transition. Like people are so nice here. People are so compassionate here that they welcome you. Like they don't let you feel like immigrant. They are ready to help you
Yeah,
out.
very compassionate.
That's correct.
Canadians are known for compassion.
Yeah.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we'd like to know a little bit more. It's like you were at the Academy of Arts and Literature. So, what kind of assignment or job you had there? If you give us a
So
little bit more.
Yeah, so back home, actually, I did 3 jobs, I would say. So whole my since teenager, I was a tutor. After my school, after my college, I used to give tuitions, and I used to teach. Like in India, we have a lot of I would say low middle class people, poor people who doesn't even afford food sometime. So my mom used to make sure that I go and teach them. So that was my tutoring thing, like started way early in my life. And
Nice.
after that, I worked with Turning Point Studies Consultant. That was overseas education consultancy, and I worked as a consultant there. After that, I was with Academy of Fine Arts and Literature. So there were two things. It was a museum, and it was the art and literature as well. So we had SARC conferences used to happen there out of 7 SARC countries. We used to have big 2 or 3 conferences in a year. So I was the one who managed those things, used to get to the all the people, make a connection with them, bring them over. And with my museum, Arpana Kaur, she's like my aunt, but I call her the like big sister. And she is the international artist. She's a big name in art field, and I used to deal with her paintings as well. So we had a beautiful gallery, which when I went this time, I made sure I visit her. Though I didn't got lucky to see her, but I was back at my workplace. I took pictures where I used to sit, and I showed my kids as well that this is from where your mom came, right?
Yeah, nice.
Lovely.
Nice.
Tamanna, what we feel Calgary is a very, very happening city of
Mhm.
Alberta. Tell us about the biggest event, the Stampede. Though I really wish to come one day to the Stampede event, give us the full detail about how Stampede takes place and for how many days.
Yeah, so this time I didn't brought my Stampede hat because I thought it's too early. Maybe we're gonna meet once again before July. So Stampede is a big event in Alberta, Calgary. It's all about the cowboys and cowgirls. And right now it's April, though Costco especially have started like
Wow,
the
that's
coupons and things of Stampede. Like
for the
usually it's
Stampede.
like yeah, it's like coupons, bucks, because it's every single day. If you go visit that event, it's like $25 just entry ticket. And then there are rides, there are shows, there are like the best shows in the world, they say, happens there as well. Though I'm not lucky enough to see because I had little kids, it was hard to leave them and go there. Haven't been to those shows, which I'm uh, thinking to go maybe this year or
They
next
are
year.
amazing. I've attended that. I
And
went
how
there.
many
It's
days
amazing.
Stampede takes place?
So it's usually 9 to 10 days.
Wow,
It's
wow, it's a
yeah.
long
So
event.
it's yeah, and every like whole Calgary turns into a cowboy city. Like even if you go downtown, people wear hats and people wear like long boots, and some like you'll see policemen and other people riding the horses. Like it gets so common that everybody brings the city out, like the cowboy city out.
And even the bullfights takes place during some Stampede.
Oh yes, of course. Like a lot of the stuff happened. Like as I said, the rides, the motorbike shows, the best shows on planet Earth, they say, and the music concerts keep on going every single day. And even it's like middle of the night, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Like Calgary is awake 24/7
20,
because the shows goes on until 3 or 4 a.m.
wow, wow, wow. That is a big festival rather.
That's right.
So let's
That's a
hope.
big and from throughout world, I think thousand of 100,000 of people visit a Stampede during
For
Stampede.
Calgary.
Calgary, yeah, Calgary have big visitor people number of people by that time.
So it's
Yeah.
a economical boost also during
Yeah.
Stampede. Welcome after the short break in our weekly talk show, Voice of Canada. Your host Asphandiar Wadiwalla, my co-host the Ghada Hamdani, and our guest is Tamanna from Calgary. Welcome back, Tamanna, to our show. Now,
Welcome
Ghada,
back, Tamanna.
Thank you, Ghada. Thank you, SP. And here again, Tamanna Chachar from Calgary and Alberta.
Okay, Tamanna, we'd like to know a little bit about your life. Now we're going to go to the family life. When you moved to Canada, your marriage, and how did you face the new country? You know, it's like there is challenges always. We're all immigrants, right? And we'd like to hear from you. What was your challenges? How did you overcome it? And, you know, you go ahead.
So 2013 was the year, March, 20th of March 2013, I landed Canada. And it was luckily Toronto. My family friends lived there. So I just visited them for a week and then finally to Calgary. Weather was a big drastic change because we never see snow where I used to live. Like I have seen snow once in my life there, but
Yeah,
never lived in here. So that, and when you see the first snow, you feel amazing. Like the
amazing. That's
small
true. That's true.
snowflakes is something. And let me tell you one thing: the moment I see snow, and where I live, the backside of it, it was like a new construction area, so there was nothing. The back alley was
Uh-huh.
all empty, and it's full of snow. There is one movie, DDLJ, in India, which
Uh-huh.
is a big hit of Shah Rukh Khan and Kajol. So there was one movie where this Kajol is running in the snow wearing a short dress. So the moment I came Canada, I told my husband, I'm gonna like make my video. I'm gonna do that and copy that what she did. So that was my first impression, like seeing snow, what I wanted to do. And other than that, I would say challenges are uh, in India, you have a lot of help. And when you are here, you don't have help. So
Definitely.
that was a big thing. When you are working woman in India and you have a lot of help, you don't think about. And when you come here, I was immigrant, and my PR was not done, so I was not supposed to work. So I was all time home, and just like working at home, cleaning, cooking. That was the most of the thing, and that was a challenge for me because working woman, suddenly if you sit home, it can't cope up, right? And it's a new
Definitely.
country, you don't know people,
New
the weather
culture,
is
new
new for
country,
you.
new environment, new weather. Everything was
Exactly. So
different.
everything was like, other than, as we said, that compassion of Canada was great enough here, which made me mingle up very smoothly.
Mhm.
And slowly, gradually, like I took the weather. Before, I didn't have habit to check the weather and go out. Like I had done few mistakes here, and especially with Calgary, I wanted to add on that we get chinooks here. So
Mhm.
if we have a temperature of minus 30 one day, the other day could be plus 10.
Mhm.
And being a new immigrant from India, that like your mind take a
That was a
while to
killer.
get these things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't used to see weather, and just I see good sun out, and I just get out, and I used to not drive by that time. I was dependent on public transit. So I left the house, and within half an hour from plus 10 or plus 20, it went to minus 20. And I was like, one time I remember
Already.
that I was freezing and cold because I didn't took any warm jackets.
Oh my
I
God.
just get out. And
Yeah.
when I made it home, since then I made sure the moment I leave home, I need to check the weather, no matter what, keep the warm jacket with you. So that is first lesson Canada and Calgary, I would
Yeah,
say,
we
gave
do
me.
that way only. Before leaving the house, we check the weather, the temperature, and what it's going to be throughout the day.
That's
So
right. So
weather is very unpredictable in Canada.
let me tell you, last almost 8 years, I was very good at checking weather. But since last 2 years, I'm a little upset because suddenly you have a snow, suddenly you have a good weather. So I literally don't check the weather when it's winter because I want those sunny days, and I get surprised every day. Okay, today is snow. Okay, today we have a good weather. So I'm going that way for now.
No, no, stay well because the winter is always very, not very safe, because same thing, I made a mistake few years back and I had a double pneumonia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I was in hospital for about 11 days,
Oh,
so that
man.
was pure mistake. I went to an event, not wearing proper clothes, no overcoat and
Uh-huh.
all, and I fell ill. And not only
That's right.
one, but both the lungs were affected. So
Oh,
you have to be
I'll
very,
take your
very
advice.
careful.
Oh,
Okay,
I'll take
Tamanna,
your
my
advice.
question is continuing. Just tell us how you juggle your hectic life between house, work, children, family. You are a good mother, you're a wife. So tell us how your day starts, a normal day starts with you.
So my days go by flash of a moment. I don't. That's why like everything has to be in my calendar. Before our mind was enough to remember thing. Now I think I don't. So I'll make sure that my calendar is booked with every single event what is happening. So my day starts at 4 a.m. I usually get up 4 a.m. Have shower, get ready for my work, make breakfast for my kids. And then I like, as I'm a little spiritual, I make sure that I lit the
You do the puja.
light.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do the puja, and I do my prayer as well. I read Japji Sahib in the morning.
very good.
So 10 minutes of my prayer, like 15-20 minutes
Very
in
good. I
total.
salute you. Okay, you have kept the tradition of your culture and religion.
And when you do it, actually you feel so relief and your days go so well and good, like you don't
Definitely.
have stress, you are top of the world. If I don't do that, like, I don't know, I feel guilty or whatever, but my day doesn't go well. So that's my first thing.
No,
I
no,
make
that's the
sure that
belief. The belief and the religions, they play a great role in our lives.
that's
So
right.
we must
So
all
this
pray, never forget Lord Almighty ever.
Exactly. So this is how I start my day. By 5 a.m. I leave my house because my work start at 5:15 at
Oh,
YMCA.
wow.
So yeah. So I'm the opener there. I'm a full-time opener. So I open my Brookfield. Brookfield is the world's largest YMCA.
Uh-huh.
And before we used to say North America, but North America's YMCA is the biggest, and we have the after one, so we can say in the world. So I start my day from there, 5:15, welcoming my members. And I just want to add, sometimes my members says like, how come you are so chill and cool and a lot of energy in the morning? Because I welcome every single day. I say, good morning. And
Definitely. Good morning,
yeah,
Canada.
and they're like rubbing their eyes, their hair. Okay, we have to kill it. So they get the energy from me and they like it. They're like, we love your vibe. The moment we enter YMCA, see your face, it light up our
No, no,
day.
you're a positive lady. That's what I like in you.
So
Yeah.
this is how my day starts. I light up their day and they light up my day as well, because compliments go way long, right? If you get a compliment, it makes your day. So
Definitely.
I do the same thing. I just keep complimenting people and I keep getting them back too.
No, no, you're
and
amazing. Tamanna, you're amazing.
Yeah, that's
That's why
very nice.
you have repeated your show for the second time as Tamanna
thank
Part
you.
2.
Yeah.
Thanks
Okay,
a lot.
Tamanna, while we're talking about this, like we had the pandemic time. So how did you manage while you're smiling, you're positive? So tell us, how did you manage with your life? How did you protect them? So what did you do during pandemic?
I think being jolly people, being like always out in the nature or talking to people, that was a setback. Like you're sitting at home and you can't go to anybody's house, nobody can come to your house, like you can't get out. It was, of course, stressful. But when you have a family, I would say that's the biggest support for you, right? You have social media, you have TV, and we are so fortunate in this arena that we have like we are connected with everyone. For example, I was connected in India, what my mom is doing, what other people are doing. So
Mm-hmm.
that was the biggest pastime, like watching TV, watching your kids, taking the stress out this way. And I used to do one thing, like I have a habit to take pictures and create memories. So Calgary photographers started one thing. They were going out of people's houses from the distance and they were taking pictures. So I decorated my outside, because that time it was like toilet paper were running out, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Um, Paper towels were running out. So whatever storage we had before, I just decorate with those Lysol. So I still have those picture, which reminds me that how pandemic was and how we behaved. But yeah, it was like all about family, I would say. And thank to Almighty, thank to God that that thing is over and we are back to our life. And I
Back to
think
normal, yeah.
this COVID have given us one big lesson, that whatever we are getting, even a free air, even like talking to your friends or family or neighbor, is a blessing.
It's a
So count
blessings
those
of God, yeah.
blessings. Like we don't count it, right? COVID taught us that these are blessings and you have to count these as well, because they can disappear anytime.
That is true, and it's we should take it as a blessings, and it was a lesson to the whole humanity.
That's right.
So Tamanna, inform our viewers what kind of hobbies you like and what you do in your spare time for entertainment.
uh, SP, with my three boys, I don't really get enough of spare time. As I was telling that time that I go work, I come back around. Sorry about this phone call ringing behind me. So I come back around 2 o'clock. Then I pick one kid, make him eat. Pick another kid, make him eat. Third ones come, just going through their homework next day. So I don't have spare time, but usually on the weekends, what I do, first thing, I relax myself. I have a good sleep. I used to get up 9 or 10 a.m. on my weekends because I wanted to cover my sleep. And after that, I just have my session, like going for a good bath or putting some scrubs or masks, so I feel good as well.
Very
And
good.
with my kids, I love to do drawing. Like, I'm very art and crafty people,
Oh,
so I
lovely.
love to do those things. Music is another thing, dancing is another thing. If I feel low, though it's been with my back injury, it's been 1 year, that's a little depressing for me that I'm not able to do that much. But this year I'm trying, getting my moves back, so that which cheers me up. So yeah. And other than that, when summers come, hiking is a big part of my life.
Lovely.
The Banff, it's a beautiful
Yeah. That's a
nature around us.
world
Like,
beauty, you
Yes,
know.
yes.
Bath is.
yeah, you should come, SP and Ghada. Like, you should have go in the Lake Louise, go in the mountains of Banff. Their sunrise, their sunset are beautiful, and that's how we spend our summer. So these are my
So
hobbies.
how far is Bath from Calgary? It's 2 hours drive.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You
At
need
least
it.
2 hours drive. People tell me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
2
must
hours.
come one day to Calgary and definitely see you also and say hello to you.
Yeah. Most welcome. Most welcome. I said, like, this is your house. Like, you can come
No,
anytime.
thank you.
Just
That is
text
very
me up.
gracious of you. It was very sweet of you to say that. But the thing is, definitely, if I'm in Calgary, I'll say hello to you.
Oh,
And even
definitely.
Ghada is there, she will definitely meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure, Ghada, you stop by
Yes,
and
yeah, I
meet
love
me.
it.
Hey?
I went there and I love it. So I
Good.
know, yeah. Okay, Tamanna, you mentioned a little bit at the beginning that you might participate in pageants. So is there any future plan for international
Yeah,
pageants?
international. If
As SP, last time you told me about one international. I'm hoping you get something for me this year, or
I
maybe
have one
coming up. Yeah.
international, I will discuss with you. If you are ready and willing to go, see, last year your friend went and she had a
Yeah.
great experience in
And
Malaysia.
and let me tell you, I was reluctant for international before, but the moment I see how she graced the
Yeah.
stage there and
You saw
what experience she got, and she was telling me to accompany me, and I was like, no. And now I regret. Why didn't I
No,
accompany her? At
that was
least I
all
like.
arranged. The stage performance for her to highlight Canada was all my planning from here.
Wow,
And I had said
that you
everything
did
to the
awesome
organizer,
job.
and the organizer being my friend, she did very
Uh-huh.
well on the stage in front of the audience and the people of Malaysia.
Hmm.
You
No,
know, and
that
it
was
was a big
beautiful.
honor that even the Canada's national anthem was played.
Yeah, no, we were covering her whatever she is doing, and she's very good with social media as well. So
Yeah,
she was posting everything. We are fortunate that we saw her story,
she's a
how
Googler. You
they
know, you
were
are
doing.
aware of it because she's a Googler. So
Oh
she
yeah,
she
of
does
course, of
everything,
course.
and just now also she's very active.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
And
remember last year even she did the Remembrance Day with us. She put the wreath on behalf of of the pageant she had represented. So it was
I
an
think
ongoing process for her after
that's right.
coming.
And I'll add SP here. I think when women, like, we have kids, like, they make us mom, right? And when they grow up around 10, 12, we get our lives back.
Back, yeah.
They are devoted until no matter how much old our kids are. But once they are independent, 10, 15, is we get our life back and we try to do whatever we want to do. So I'm looking forward to those years as well.
Definitely.
Might you'll see
I'll
me
be
doing
soon will
more.
be in touch with you to give you the highlights of the event taking place this year. And if you're
Sure.
interested, you can really participate and represent proudly our flag of Canada.
Thanks for the opportunity, and definitely I'll get back for this and let me know. Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
before we're signing off, it's like let's recall your early life with us. Your siblings, your life in India, your schooling.
Briefly, because the time is running out and you have to go and pick up your kids.
Exactly. At 3 o'clock. So I leave 2:55 from home, and I'll make sure.
That's why I'm worried. I may leave
Yeah.
you well in time.
Thank you, SP, for this concern. Yeah, Gera, like, I was in India. I have one little brother, like not too little. He is 39 by now, 3 years younger to me. And my mom, my dad passed away in 2007 due to a road accident. So since then,
Oh
it's
my God.
the pillar is just my mom. And being a spiritual person, a person who wants to help everybody, I would say I got everything from my mom. I'm a twinning copy of her. If you see my mom, she is more energetic with more than me, and how I am dealing with life, I think she have another 10 hands to deal with that.
Very
So
good.
India, schooling was great. I did went to 2 3 schools, like middle, elementary, high school, college, still connected with my friends. I'm not that person who always talk and stay on phone, but I leave my relation that even after 10 years I'll call, we are on the same page. So this is how my life
Really
was in
amazing.
India.
You're amazing. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
Tamanna, would you like, before we sign off today's program with you, the episode, would you like to give a strong remark to women and to Canadians?
That's right. My message for women out there is, no matter what life brings to you, I would say just stand up strong, ready to fight with it. Either it's a good or either it's a bad, and never slow down because of any reason, like you got married, you have kids, or some physical reason. I think just stand. If you have energy in you, you can do anything, and you can climb the mountain. So I'm ready to climb Mount Everest.
Definitely,
So you
definitely.
should be.
You're a proud, strong woman. Keep it up, and keep in touch with us. And God willing, everything will be fine.
Thank you. Thanks a lot,
Tamanna.
SP. Thank you,
Tamanna.
Gada.
Thank you,
So
Aspi.
with that note, we'll be signing off
Fine.
soon. Keep watching our show, Voice of Canada, every Saturday at 8 p.m. And we are thankful to our guest, Tamanna, for being here with us all the way from Calgary, Alberta. She's coming for the second time in our show because she's such an amazing lady that everybody and even our viewers remembers her and wants to hear from her again. So that's why we invited her, and she was quite graceful enough to accept our invitation, and she's here with us. So with that, we say goodbye, good night, God
Goodbye.
bless Canada,
Thank you.
and namaste to all of you.